Hey everyone, my name is Linda. I'm also known as Wol Hobby and this is vlog 47. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy you found me. And if you are a returning viewer, also welcome. I'm glad you came back. Apparently I'm doing something right. Today I have a finished pair of socks, some Christmas ornaments, some designs that I'm working on. Well, let's just dive in and we'll see what happens. I will start with this one. This is my round and round call. This is a pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady, by Kay, and it's just a very simple pattern repeat that you repeat round and round. I used my hand spun for this, and to tone it down a little, I held it together with Fiocolana Tilia in the colorway 336, which is the color Latte. So if you ever want to fade something or use different colors, but you don't want to have the harsh change of colors, you can always try to see if you like it to hold it together with some fluffy yarn, and that way the fade from one to another color will not be as obvious. So, okay, a finished object. I finished my dice socks. Ta-da! This is one. This is the other one. As you can see, they are both different. The way I worked, let's see, I recorded the Dutch vlog already, so everything is around me here. I got this card from Bean, one of the Dutch knitters, and I dedicated one color to each number. She also sent me a 20-sided dice. So every time I rolled the dice, found the right color and knit 5 rounds. Funny thing, I think all the colors are used in these socks except for number 4, which is a hot fuchsia, and I never used it. So that's okay, but it would have been quite nice, I think. Anyways, I did 5 rounds per color, and I did some jocular striping, but then I forgot again, and well, absolutely not important if you ask me, because it are socks. Who is going to notice the striping if it's not joculars? So I did it on several spots, and then I was, oh, I forgot to jocular stripe, and I didn't go back. This is the second sock, and I knitted part of this, maybe from here down through the heel, when I was at the fair last week. We had a 4-day fair, and especially in the afternoon after 3, it quiets down a bit, and then you have some possibility to do some knitting. And I knitted 1 stripe too many. So yesterday, when I was weaving in ends and putting the socks together, I was like, what is going on here? You see, the leg of the second sock is just 5 rounds longer. I'm not going to bother, I'm not going to frog. It's okay, it's just what it is. I used the same colorway for cuffs, heels and toes to give it some uniformity. Is that the correct way to say it? But as you can see, I rolled the dice for both socks. The striping sequence is different, the colors are different in most places. Yesterday I was at a friend's house knitting, and I had the cutest dog in my lap, and I didn't want to move to reach over and roll the dice. So every time I needed another color, I asked her a number between 1 and 20. So when I started yesterday, I think I was at this stripe. I just started the gusset decreases. Now, maybe I was here. I was about to end the gusset decreases. And when I went home, I finished with this lighter blue stripe. So yesterday evening, I only had to do 3 more stripes and a toe. So I wove in the ends and they are ready to wear. 60 rounds on the leg, well, 65 if you look at this sock. And somehow I have 80 rounds on the foot. Apparently, I'm a tight sock knitter, close to bulletproof, but they are very, very hard wearing. And I knit my socks on 2.25 millimeters, which I don't know the correct US size for, but apparently I need 80 rounds and I don't have really big feet. So, but these are done. Yay! Last week we went to Rotterdam because we were going to the Nutcracker ballet. It was a gift for Kirsty's birthday. She turned 21 in January on the 7th. It's still January, it's the 22nd now. But we had to buy our tickets way before she went to Barcelona. I think we bought the tickets in June. But last Thursday, it was finally time to see the show. And it is about an hour drive from here, a little longer, but the show started at 8. We wanted to be there at 7:30 just to land, go to the toilet, have a drink and find your seat. So, but we left, I think, close to 6 o'clock. Yeah, 5:45, something like that. It was busy traffic jams, just because everyone was driving home from work. But we did very well, and we were about 450 meters from the venue at, I think, 7:25. And that's where it all went down, because we got stuck. There was another big show in Ahoy, in the venue where we were going to see the Nutcracker, and a lot of people that just ignore traffic rules, just shove their car into the road, and traffic was awful. Well, to make a long story short, it took us about 40 minutes. Oh yes, it was even earlier. We were at 7:15 at the Rotterdam, close to the venue. And about 40 minutes later, we were nearly at the traffic light, which would bring us to the parking lot. So, but it was already 7:55. So Rob said, "You both get out of the car, leave my ticket here, go in, then you will be in time, maybe, and I will join later. I hope they let me in if the show already started. So Kirsi and I were running towards the venue, and there was ice on the road, so I was kind of scared and not relaxed at all. And when we entered the venue, we thought that we were on the balcony. So we didn't think we were on the balcony, but we showed our ticket and someone said, okay, you have to go to the balcony. So running up the stairs, then we came upstairs and he said, no, you're not on the balcony, you are downstairs. So back down. Finally, we entered the theater. I went back out for a quick bathroom stop. I passed Rob on my way out, so apparently those last few minutes went very quick. So, and when I came back in again, the orchestra was also entering the theater. So everyone was applauding and clapping, and I had to find my seat. So I went across the first row. Thank you. So being very polite. And I was obviously not one of the orchestra members because they were all in black tie, whatever. So, okay, but I was completely exhausted, but we made it. We were there in time. On the way in, this was a very long rant, to tell you that on the way to Rotterdam, I was knitting on this. I already did the toe and I knitted on the leg during our drive there. It was already dark, of course, but I have a neck light, and as long as I am pretty sure about what I'm doing, I do not need any light because I can knit straight stockinette without looking at my hands. But if I am in doubt, I just click on my neck light and fix my mistake or whatever. And so I have been knitting on this. I already put my marker up. Look how cute. This is the girl with the pearl earring marker. But this will be a basic toe-up sock, and I'm going to write out the pattern because I do have a basic top-down sock, but not this one yet. So working on that, but this is very low priority. I will only work on this in the car, for example. I also picked the leg warmer design back up. You can see that the marker is still here at the top, so I have not knitted on it since the last time you saw it, but I dug it out of the pile of works in progress because I do want to make good progress on everything I'm designing. So I'm going to work on this again. I'm at the point where I should make some increases for the calf, and I might even decrease a little again right after the calf. So, but this is being worked on as well again. I have two other finished objects. Well, tiny things, because my sister in December, she saw all these Instagram posts of people showing off their handmade Christmas ornaments. And some people had handmade ornaments in the tree, but she showed me a particularly nice picture of someone putting Christmas ornaments around her kitchen window. And it was really cute. But obviously, if it's December already, there's no way you will make something that pretty before Christmas. So she said, why don't we do a Christmas ornament make-along the entire year and do one ornament per week? Well, that's what we are trying to do. So I made for week 3 this tiny cute candle, and this is from Katerina Vorobera. It's a free pattern. I will link it down below in the show notes if you want to make your own Christmas candle. It's super easy, but you have to knit this on magic loop or on another way. This is knitted in the round, so you are magic looping a lot. But it was nice. I made 2 Christmas ornaments this week because I was running one behind because of the fair. So this is the other one I made. A mug with chocolate and marshmallows in it and a snowflake embroidered on it. This is crochet. This is a pattern by the Ginger Hooker, and it's also a free pattern. So I will link it below. You start with the chocolate, and then you make the marshmallows, and then you make the cup bottom up and fill it and sew it together. So cute and cute. Since I finished my love note last week, which I have been wearing a lot, by the way, I picked up another bigger project because when I'm traveling or when we are driving somewhere, I am not bringing bigger projects. It's just a bit of a fuss. So I picked up my parachute again, and I picked this up because Stephen West had a Zoom call this weekend, a virtual knit night, and I was in it, and I thought, well, why not knit on a Stephen West pattern? And you weren't actually on the Zoom. It was just Malia and Stephen and Rebecca. So, and they had a talk and kind of like an interview, and you could ask questions in the chat. So, but I was happily knitting away on my parachute, and as you can see, let's see, I am nearly at the bottom of the front panel. So every time when I work the back, I pick up the next stitch and I have to go all the way through to here. After I finish that, it's quite a big circumference and quite a lot of stitches. After I finished it, I will first I-cord the armholes and the neckline, and then I will see how much yarn I have left, because I could opt for a little longer body, but I should not run out of yarn. I do have a lot of white left because I'm not using this as much. I do have some greens and some of the dark purple, but I'm almost out of orange and lavender. So I will just have to be careful about the amount of yarn that will be left. I'm also working on my Ariana cardigan, and here are my squares. I have a small stack. I have 8 now. I thought about weaving in the ends as I go, and I decided not to. They are secured, but they need some weaving in before I can cut them. That's okay. I'm thinking about finding a basket to keep them all in. This is just, well, these are 8 and I need 68. So This will be a huge stack, and it's just not very handy to put that in a project bag, I think. So I might find myself a basket or not. We will just see. Once you have done this once, you know it by heart, so it's a really easy little task to grab if you have just, well, a short amount of time. The only thing is, I am very good knitting without looking. I'm not so good crocheting without looking. So I would not do this during a movie, for example. I started a new scrappy sock this morning. I am using just these colors. I just grabbed something earthy kind of colors. I did 2 rounds of Ollivander for a pop at the cuff, and then 18 rounds in this green, 1 round of all knits, and then I did a slip stitch round at the color change. And I thought I made a mistake there, but it is okay. It's just a darker spot in the yarn here. I am going to do a slip stitch round, knit 5, slip 1 at each color change, and I'm going to alternate them. You can't see it really well here, but this slip stitch is right in the middle of these two. I'm going to do the heels and the toes in this beautiful green because I have a lot. And that will be my next pair of scrappy socks. Let's see, I think that's all I have for now. I'm going to do 40 vlogs during Lent. So that will be shorter ones, and that will be, well, about what I'm knitting, but also about what I'm designing, because I do want to design the bigger part of Kirsty's new sweater during Lent. And do we have a fair during Lent? I'm not sure. The next one is in April, but I don't know for sure when Easter is. Well, we will just see. And next week I am going to start my warm wool hobby. It would be really nice if I could have my parachute finished before that. Not sure if that's going to happen. It is just a tiny bit of knitting, but the rounds are huge by now. And the I-cord bind-offs, that is quite a job as well, I think. But we will just see what happens. I'm going to start my warm wool hobby because there is a cast-on / birthday party next week on Wednesday. So, but I still have to pick my yarns. I was pretty busy this weekend. Well, yesterday I was busy knitting at a friend's house. So, but it was an hour drive there and back. And I have been, the bigger part of the day, I spent at her house, and we had a lovely time. And it was so nice to socialize and knit because the past couple of months were so busy. So I enjoyed myself so much. And Saturday, we were busy getting rid of everything that was still in the room here from the fair, and we decided to take a very good look at our color range. Since Wool Hobby started, it has evolved so much. We want to offer a full range of colors and shades in our solid to semi-solid yarn. So we have been taking a close look where the gaps are in what we offer right now, and we are planning on adding colorways to our basic color palette that we are offering. So it has been busy. I started dyeing last week again, enjoying myself doing so, and I started today on the Groningen Provinsjaal. That is one of the biggest scarves I want to design this year. It's a word joke that I can't explain in English, but we have all these provinces in the Netherlands, and I'm going to make a scarf or a wrap or a shawl for each province. So I started my research today. I put 14 hours of Groningen Provinsjaal in my iCal this week, but that won't be any knitting yet. I will need to research first, read a lot, find all kinds of information I can get my hands on, and at a later time I will start thinking about the shawl shape, the use of colors, the use of stitch patterns. But this week officially marks the start of the Groningen Provinsjaal. I think I told you everything I wanted to tell you. Well, if I forgot something, it's not really important because I will probably be back next week. I would love it if you liked and subscribed my video. I would love to grow a bigger crowd of English viewers, so you would really help me doing so. And I will see you again next time. Happy knitting. Bye bye.